What's up, business owners, business decision makers, people that control advertising dollars? I want to go ahead and squash the fake news. Advertising budgets don't exist. They shouldn't exist. And here's why. You've been basing your advertising budget off of a percent of your sales for as long as I can think of. Everybody has. I've done it. It shouldn't be based on the budget of a percentage of your sales. It should be based on the results they bring. So let me tell you where this came from. So today, I'm actually having a conversation with a company that I'm hiring to do some marketing for me, for my agency and for my clients. And he said, "What's your budget?" I said, "I don't have an ad budget." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "My budget's based on results. Last month, $8,000 that I spent for my agency generated over 45 immediately, and actually about 90 when you factor in long term. So why would I take and limit myself? Why would I say, oh, I spent $7,000, I'm going to spend a percentage of sales? No, I'm going to spend what generates results." And like I told the guy, he was kind of like, "Man, I wish more people had this outlook." My camera fixture is falling. "Wish more people had this outlook." I said, "Well, here's the problem. It's not business owners' fault. They've never been able to judge the effectiveness of their marketing. I happen to know that in December, I intentionally spent less because I was traveling, and I spent about $4,000. I spent around $7,000 this past month in January, and it generated more revenue. Go figure. You tell more people who you are, how to work with you, and it happens. But I don't blame businesses, because businesses for years, they have spent money, a percentage of their business revenue, based on hope and pray. You know what? I'm going to take this, put an ad on here, and throw it against the wall. Well, that's what happens. Well, if you can figure out how to judge your marketing, then you can come to a conclusion of, you know what? A budget doesn't matter. If I do $100,000 in sales this month and I spent this much and this much generated this much more, I'm going to spend it more again. And that's the big problem a lot of businesses have. They don't know it. They don't understand it. I was actually looking at our new dashboard for restaurant clients and trying to understand it myself, because one of my clients, Peter Wiley, actually was talking at our meetup that we had for restaurant owners and restaurant marketers about acquisition costs. And he was like, "Matt, I really like your program. The fact that when I look at the acquisition costs, I can see how much it costs me to drive a sale, the initial sale. It's up to me to get them back." And it got me thinking was, if you can understand your acquisition cost, how powerful is that? A budget doesn't mean anything. Because if I know next month I want to hit $50,000, and I can look and see what it cost me to acquire those customers in the past and do the math, spend it. Make the money. If it says I need to spend $10,000 in February to get $50,000, I'm going to spend $10,000. Because guess what? 10 to get 50 is a hell of a lot better than anything else. The problem is a lot of people can't judge it. So I challenge you, business owners. You need to throw your ad budgets out the window. You need to put in place systems that track what you're doing. You spend this, you get this result. If you spend this and you can't measure this, I feel sorry for you. You need to figure out how you can. Wife's home, dogs are barking. That means the kid's home. I'm going to give them a big hug, tell them good night. That's all I got for you. Remember, ad budgets are fake news. Figure out your acquisition cost and you'll know why. See you later.